Hey there, everyone. It's Evil the Monkey here, ready to bring you another recap on the Pax East vs Descendant stream. Oh my god, this thing was huge. There was so much we got announced. We got new Colossi, new enemy types, ultimate Descendants, we got the vehicle shown off. There was so much here to go into, so I'm just going to stop with this intro and immediately just dive right into it. Okay, so let's start this off. We're going to start off with the thing I think everyone else is also most excited for, but I'm definitely most excited for. And that is the new Colossi. This one's called Wall Crasher, and they announced some hype stuff about this one. And all of you may be wondering, is this just going to be another Colossi solo? No. They announced this is not a one person, not a four person, but an 8-man raid. Meaning, yes, you will run into Axion to fight this thing in the open field with 8 people. It's so cool. Plus, the design of this thing, just look at that. It is incredible. It looks like it shoots missiles out of its back. It looks like it will probably throw something with those giant ass hands. Oh, this looks so good. And not only that, they also announced it will be double the current Colossus size of the largest Colossi. So I think they said it's something around 40 meters tall in game. So just imagine the tallest Colossi in game and just double that. And that is the size of this thing. It is insane. I cannot wait to fight this. Now they did say this will appear at certain times, like it will have a set time it appears on the map. And when you beat it, you will get a special reward. That's pretty much all they talked about for it, but it just looks, I'm just looking at it, it just looks awesome. I can't wait to fight this thing. Can't wait to grab a group of people and just run at this thing, fight it. It sounds like you will have to fight it with a group of people. This is an amazing start. This is exactly what we wanted for Season 3, was an endgame fight. And they also said this is the first one. Which makes it sound like we're going to get multiple. Oh, I'm so excited for this one. That's all about the Colossi, though. But you may be wondering, what do we have to do outside the Colossi? Are we just fighting the same old? No. There's an entire new legion called the Legion of Breach. That's right, an entire new group of enemies that we're going to get to fight. You can see the concept art here. They look pretty cool and varied. I especially like the more animalistic looking ones. Especially the one with the 2 shields. Oh, he just looks like he'll kind of walk up to you like a gorilla. That's how I imagine he'll walk. I can't wait to fight him. I can't wait for that fight. This looks like a cool new Legion of Enemies to fight. Especially since we got Sigma Sector and that all had new enemies with new fighting patterns. Although Sigma Sector was easier to fight, but it will be cool to see this new variety of enemies in here. Especially because they'll be scaled up to the player's level. Or, well, what our current power scaling is. So that'll be fun to fight. So many new enemies. But am I going to have to use the same weapons I've been using this entire time? You know, a gun, no. Now, the thing everyone's been asking for, swords. Yes, that's right, we're getting melee weapons. Confirmed in Season 3. Now you can see on the screen there, there's currently 3 melee swords being done there. We have the katana, that claymore that kind of looks like the key from Doom, the sword that you get. And then finally, just the normal sword that honestly just kind of reminds me of the power sword from Warhammer 40k. I'm definitely going to need that middle sword, though. The one right there in the middle, the one looks like it's from Doom. Just so I can grab that, jump into a giant group of enemies and yell for Albion. Because, everyone has that fantasy where you grab the sword and you just jump into a giant group of enemies yelling something. Yeah, this should be really exciting to get. This is a new class of weapons completely, so they'll have its own set of mods and everything. The only unfortunate thing is this will not be on Season 3 launch. They said it was Episode 1, so it'll be after launch. They'll do sounds like Episode 0, then Episode 1, 2, and so on. So this will be in Episode 1. It will get launched with the new dungeon and boss, they said, that you could utilize the sword against. But yeah, it won't be on Season 3 launch. But the cool thing is they did say, as you guys can probably see the director there doing the motion, you can charge up a blade attack. I have no idea what that does, but they said you could run to a group of enemies and charge up a blade attack. I imagine that's what each of these different like visual animations are for, is the different charge attacks. So I'm super excited for this. I'm gonna play Ajax and just run into a group of enemies, scream, and then use the sword or yell, AoE yell. You guys know what ability I'm talking about. So with all this other stuff from Season 3, was anything about Axion, the giant field, actually announced? Actually, very little. Most of the stuff was announced that would be in it, like the enemies, Colossi, new weapons. The one thing they did announce was it sounds like we'll have a new game mode called Battlefield, which will get more difficult as it keeps going on, which sounds like it's an infinite wave mode. They didn't really go in depth about it, but they just lightly skimmed over it. There would be a game mode that would get more difficult. So look forward to that. That'd be a cool way to kind of test some of our builds if it does continuously get harder and harder. Don't forget, when they did announce Axion, they did announce it is a ginormous field. And because of that, vehicles were also announced. And in this one, we finally got the preview of the Hoverbike. That's right, you can see right up here on the screen, it is the Hoverbike will be our vehicle. They did talk a little bit about this. So just for logging in, you will get the basic Hoverbike for free. That's right, you will not have to do anything, you'll just get it for free. But you will be able to grind out better versions. So there'll be multiple Hoverbikes that you can get. Each one's supposed to be unique in some way. And you can level it up. And for anyone who's wondering how fast this is, in the Q&A and during the presentation, they kind of went over the numbers on this. And they said, yeah, our whole goal is we just want this to be the fastest thing. No matter how fast the Descendant can get, this will be faster once you fully upgrade it. They did say the base one might not be as fast as Descendant at max speed, like Bunny running. But a fully upgraded one would just leave Bunny in the dust. So definitely work on upgrading it if you want to get around Axion as fast as possible. And for anyone who's wondering, yes, there will be customization with these for cosmetics. So yes, you will be able to make your bike look different, which is something I'm looking forward to. No matter how goofy or cool my bike will look, it'll be my design of my bike. I'm definitely going to do that. Although, it will more than likely look goofy. So, look forward to laughing at that. Also, for the bikes, you'll have new sub-content, which they say you'll have to get from one point to another in certain times. So that's racing, obviously. It looks like you'll also be able to do some tricks on it. It's at the boost, and it sounds like you could jump with the bike. So there will be a whole bunch of cool stuff to do with the bike. It's not just run around the map. There'll be a whole bunch of stuff for us to do, new activities. So far, we've covered a whole bunch of information about Axion, what's going to be in it, what we're going to fight there, how we're going to get around it. What about the story Season 3? Well, story is going to follow Enzo and Nell, and the big bad Vulgus leader, Corel, and what's his plan, and why he's been doing all the stuff in the story that he's been doing. Also, because the story is going to follow Nell, a lot of it is going to be about her becoming a Descendant. That's right, the next Descendant is Nell. You can see right up on the screen there, that's Nell. She looks very cool. She has a pretty cool kit. And we'll dive right into it after we talk about the story. It'll be the next thing we talk about. Yeah, the story will focus on Nell and Enzo's love life. And pretty much them versus Corel, it sounds like, and what Corel's plans are. But let's go ahead and dive into what Nell's kit is and how the story is also going to be about how she became a Descendant. But let's hop into her kit. Like I said, Nell's the brand new Descendant that's being added in Season 3. It's something that was really requested in the community. Pretty much since the game launched, everyone went, when's Nell going to be playable? Can we ever play Nell? We want to play Nell. So they finally added her. And her abilities sound pretty cool. It sounds like she'll be a telekinetic Descendant. So, because her build's mainly focused around telekinesis, I'm assuming she'll be non-attribute. They didn't say what attribute she'll be, but I feel like that'd make the most sense in my mind. But they said that her passive will be two things, mainly marking enemies to do more damage, and she'll also share the same passive with Enzo, where she'll have an easier time with Volts. They said it's because, they're lovers, so of course they share the same passive. They also said she'll be able to throw out telekinetic spears that can damage enemies and pull them. So that sounds like a cool amount of CC. Although the strongest thing from her kit was apparently one of her abilities will turn all gunshots into weak point shots. Which sounds insane on meta guns like Malevolent that are high in weak point damage. That's just gonna be so easy. It's literally just turning on easy mode in the game. But it'll be a cool thing to build around. So she'll be a lot of fun. I'll definitely come out with the build for her when she comes out. She also just looks cool style-wise. I mean, look at that. They they commented saying, yeah, it looks like it's just dark mode Nell. Like she went on her edgy streak. My god. She looks like a Devil May Cry character now, in my opinion. Anyways, so yeah, she'll come out in season 3. It sounds like she'll come out with launch too. Of course, with every new season, we'll get a new Descendant, but we also get a new Ultimate Descendant. Now, I'm sure it's been on everyone's mind, who's the new Descendant? It's Luna. It's Luna. I'm not even gonna... It's Luna. She's got announced to be Season 3 Ultimate Descendant, but here's the catcher. We got not one, but 2 Ultimate Descendants announced. That's right, so Luna will be Season 3 launch Ultimate Descendant, and in one of the future episodes, we will get Eugen as the new Ultimate. So both were announced. We only have the concept art, or not even the concept art, we actually have, the full image of Ultimate Luna here. We did not get anything on Ultimate Eugen. That'll probably be in a future dev stream. But I imagine that they're doing 2 support Descendants because they did say they want to have support play come back into the game with some of the in-game activities that they want to do. So I'm assuming that's why they're doing 2 supports, which is pretty cool. We do need more support style in the game so that more players who want to play support can do that. They also did announce Luna will be getting 2 transient modules. One that will mess with firearms, basically giving her the ability to buff firearms a lot more. And the other one will go, from what they said, more on her beat rhythm game and allow her to debuff enemies a lot more. So look forward to making builds on those 2. Other big news, we finally got the reveal for the collaboration with Descendant. This will be our very first one. As you guys can see there, it's Nier Automata. I called it since day 1. This would be our first collab. I know that my guy, Yoko Taro, loves money, so I knew instantly that he would agree to do this collaboration. I knew this would be the first one. It was the most obvious. I was right. Let me just have this moment. I need to brag a little bit that I was right on this case. Because I'd never predict collaborations correctly, so this is the one time it happened. But yeah, no, they did announce a couple things of this. So this will be mainly a cosmetic collaboration. There won't be any extra things beyond cosmetics, since they want to really focus on Season 3. Also, 2B's outfit will come in 2 different versions, one with the skirt and one without. And it looks like we'll have 2B and A2 outfits. They didn't say anything else beyond that, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that'll be the first collaboration. With all this hype news, we might just need to relax a little bit here and go chill in the new player lounge. So they talk a little bit about the player lounge. It's going to have a lot of cool stuff. Apparently when you go into it, you'll be in first person, so you won't be as a Descendant. You'll just be looking at it first person. You can put Descendants in the lounge and put them in whatever pose you want to, along with whatever outfit you want to. They said there'll be some different things in the lounge, including a shower. Wink, wink. I wonder what that could be used for. You'll also be able to place collectibles. Apparently there will be unique collectibles for the lounge. And you'll also be able to invite your friends to your lounge. That's pretty much all they said about the lounge, but it does sound like it'll be pretty cool. I imagine they'll have a lot planned with this. I can't wait to decorate this. Uh, I really enjoyed decorating Warframe and Monster Hunter, even though I have no taste for designing stuff nor decorating. So it looks atrocious. But, you know, I also have a lot of fun with it. Just be prepared to laugh at my horrible design choices. Season 3 also falls right around the first year anniversary of the game. 1 whole year of the game. Wow, it's felt a lot shorter than that. But they did announce we're going to have a lot of cool events during this. They also referred to as the Descendant Fest. So they said a lot of cool things were going to happen during this. We're going to have some events, a lot of login, a lot of free stuff. They also said they will do a dev stream sometime during this whole first anniversary event stuff. And they'll also show a roadmap that they have for the long term. They didn't say exactly how long, but we'll get a roadmap for future content as well. So definitely look forward to that. They announced one other thing outside of Season 3 content, and that was the Gilded Death Blossom skin, which will be coming out in May. And this is how it looks. It looks like it'll be usable across all female descendants. So look forward to that. And that wraps up the recap for the Pax East First Descendant dev stream. There was so much cool stuff announced here. I'm very excited for Season 3. But don't forget, Season 3 is divided into episodes. So not everything announced here will be on launch Season 3. Some of it will appear in different episodes. Most of this content they announced today will appear on launch, though. Also, if you guys have seen this little counter on the right side that said like 10,000 descendants, 20,000, that was a viewer goal for the First Descendant stream at PAX East. We did hit the final goal of that, so you probably will have some rewards if you go log into the game right now. It should be in your mailbox. And that should be everything else. So, if you did enjoy this recap, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm also on Twitch every day at 2 p.m. PST. I'll go and throw that up on screen there and below the video. If you want to chat First Descendant, don't forget to leave a comment down below. Or just come pop into the stream and we can chat there. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all later.